Hi, this reading is for air signs, air elements, air energy, anything having to do with air. If you're interested in air energies, that would be Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. So it's a little bit dark in here. Not trying to give off any creepy vibe. It just actually is a lot brighter than it looks on screen. So, anyways, it's a luxury. So I shuffled these before and pulled cards because this is a different deck and it is divided up by planets, signs, and houses, and I figured it would have just taken too long to shuffle on screen, but I haven't looked at them yet, so it's a surprise for both of us. The planet, and if you don't know a lot about astrology and you kind of want to know more about how the different planets and signs and energies work together, even if it's as a metaphor for you, and in the different areas of your life, it's kind of like a map of you, and it kind of just shows where the different focuses are in your life. So if you want to know more about that, I will put a link below and you can read all about it. So the first card is Pluto, and that is the planet that is apparently significant for air signs or air elements. The sign is Aquarius. There we go. And the house is the 8th house. And so it's divided up between more of like spiritual, emotional, intuitive, reflective advice and more action doing advice. So feeling and doing. And it's further divided up by spirituality, mental, communicative advice, and physical action, things to think about. And I guess I'll read them now. I guess we'll do spiritual advice first. The need for control, it is a little dark to read though. The need for control of genius to experiment with personal power. Mentally, an obsession with the discoveries of the mysteries of life. And physically, a power struggle resulting from the eccentricity of a major change. Well, some things to think about and how those may apply to you and whatever it is that you are looking for advice or insight into. That'd be more, these are things to think about and reflect on your role, other people's roles. Maybe sign Aquarius is important, and the 8th house is all having to do with Scorpio, regeneration, transformation, change, major change in this case, and death, taxes, the mysteries of life, like it said. So contemplating those kinds of things, and the advice, the action, the doing energy, once you've thought about things is, heading backwards. Resurrect your vision as a life or death issue. Mental action, things to talk about, to say, maybe, is get to the heart of what's new and different about getting and using power. And physically, action, like going out and really doing something about whatever it is intense because it is Pluto. Do or die. You must use an unconventional way and use other people's resources. So, it doesn't necessarily mean in like a manipulative, bad way at all. It could just mean noticing the things, the help that you have around you, the people that are willing to aid you, help you, and give advice, even seeking those sorts of resources out, and things that you have around you that you can use. Coming up with, thinking outside the box. Aquarius is all about thinking outside the box and future technology, networking, social, just, connecting things, connecting the dots, connecting people, connecting all types of, different things. So in this case, it's, trying to find that, like, maybe that breakthrough, that brand new spark, to help, whatever's going on, whatever mysteries you are looking to solve, or whatever's going on in your 8th house, maybe in partnership. It could be, something having to do suddenly with a relationship, since Pluto usually represents sort of, well, different things, but yeah, it could be a sudden breakthrough. It could be some sudden understanding of something that you've always questioned, maybe that's always sort of eluded you, or seemed like a mystery to you. It could be a sudden understanding of something like that, or maybe a sudden scientific discovery. So Aquarius is also 11. 11th sign, and Pluto co-rules Scorpio, which is we're talking about the 8th house. So maybe sudden upheaval for good or bad. It's maybe more so how you view it, and your role in it, and those kinds of things. So, but yeah, it's also saying to resurrect your vision. Whatever it was that you were seeing before, that maybe you put aside or put on the back burner, to remember, dig up, resurrect, bring back to life those initial ideas, those things, maybe going through an archive of journals, or just going through old photos on Facebook or something, the ones that you never see because they're from so long ago, or bringing out old family album, just reconnecting, maybe having a breakthrough having to do with a memory or how you viewed something in the past. But yeah, grabbing on to maybe whatever you let go before, or that wasn't as necessary before, but bringing that back into existence in your life. What would that look like? What would how would you shake things up if you had the opportunity to? What would that be for you? What do you want to know? What's maybe you've already come to some understanding, and the future's, you're kind of looking into the future. You're thinking about these big questions, science has to do science too, Aquarius. I also associate it with the star in the tarot, because it's number 17, and it has to do with the sign Aquarius. So just going back and forth, I kind of picture that when I look at this card. But yeah, going on to, I just picked up this card. Luxury popped out earlier. Sometimes this card has some not bad, but just kind of like, you're not paying attention to the signs, you're not, paying attention to something that's being offered to you, something that could be, just a kind gesture, an invitation, maybe missed a phone call, missed an event, missed something that you're now like sort of kind of, it always reminds me of that attitude, like, oh, there'll be something else, or there'll be someone else that comes along, or you're just focused on something and you're completely missing everything else going on around you. And again, I see the crescent moon at the very top here, and the in the camera it looked like the sign Aquarius, but now I see that it's in some sort of, it's like a statue. So notice the waves. It's kind of one of those things where you feel like you have enough, but something's always missing. And since it's cups can mean emotion, feelings, connection to others, love, those kinds of things, feeling fulfilled, and yeah, partnership maybe. But I just, even though this card doesn't always come across with the best meaning, I guess, I just always love the colors, the orange, the subtle orange and the kind of muted blue. Yeah, it reminds me of like just a waterfall, some sort of like twilight gathering. Yeah, I don't know if that's meaningful to anyone, but yeah, maybe something having to do with a gathering, an event, bringing together for things, for people, for days, for different situations. I think of champagne overflowing too. I think of Great Gatsby, and I know that's something that's coming out, I think. Yeah, maybe crashing a party, or someone doing that to you. It could be a wedding. I don't know. There's something I just keep wanting to say, but it keeps escaping me. Sorry, if I think of it, I want to do this kind of quickly. And this is the I Ching, and just for further clarity, the explanations are kind of long, so I might just read the titles of first couple lines and the rest below. This is for air energy. Air signs. There's Gemini. Also, I think of balance. It's Aquarius being the 11th sign. So 1-1, and then 8 also being about balance, and 4-2 also being about balance. Pluto, since it has to do with Scorpio, the 8th sign, so I think it's all about achieving balance. These two came out, so I'll just go with those. 30, ooh, there's 3. 30 and 58 and 43. This one actually popped out for Earth signs, I think. I'll show you all of these. Sometimes the pictures are just, just as informative. Any of them make you think of something. Think of hula hooping. That's my initial thought. Or, yeah. There's that statue that keeps coming up. Maybe not in this sign, but in others. So again, this like circular motion cycles. Yeah. Finding a balanced cycle, a balanced flow. It's not intentionally having to do with women's troubles, but just maybe in work life, in your creative life, in anything that there is a cycle, a progression, a routine. Because the fourth house is all about, I was going to say routine, but I know that's more having to do with the sixth house. So, but maybe it's finding more balanced routine, better harmony within your environment, within your home environment. 7. Scorpio, I think this really has to do with Scorpio type energy, and even though this is for an air sign, air element reading, the 8th month, maybe 8 is significant to you. I know it is for me. My lullaby growing up was the Beatles 8 days a week, so that's why I have a little tattoo on my wrist. Yeah, it's just the only thing that I could think of that was really significant to me, to worth putting on my body. Yeah, because 58 becomes 13, so, and 5-8, it's actually me 5-8, 58, 85, 43, 7, also the 7th month, 7 years. So I think of the cycle going around the sun, so 7 years maybe, 30, maybe you're 30, turning 30, thinking about turning 30, wish you were 30 again. I think of also the movie 13 going on 30. Oh, hey, that's 13. So, maybe some sort of situation like that. Working for, since she worked in magazine editorial, maybe something having to do with like fashion magazines. Death and Taxes. I just thought that's a movie, maybe doing some sort of Death and Taxes editorial. Yeah, if you think of anything else, I'll put that below in the descriptions for these below as well, because it's already going on 18 minutes. But if you also want to check out, I'm going to do a bonus video, since I talked about this in my last video, and actually I found this in my house, and I was going to do the same thing and just sort of pull up to a page for the different signs. So, yeah, and also maybe do some runes. And also talk a little bit about what runes are. And if that's something that you're interested in, I thought it'd be fun to do some kind of suggestion as well for a place to go for air signs, air elements. Again, this came up for earth signs, so maybe I need to redo it, but that is Saudi Arabia, Oman, right by the Indian Ocean. Okay, air signs. Yeah, the Indian Ocean. Sorry, I don't know if you can see that. Sort of by the Seychelles. The equatorial current. Maybe that's waves. Maybe that's sort of important. Or maybe you're just thinking of, taking a cruise or something over here. That could be fun. maybe. I don't know. Saudi Arabia, desert, and there might be something in the I Ching, but resurrect. I'm not exactly sure if there's anything connecting to that area of the world, but maybe for you, and if so, feel free to let me know. But as far as this reading goes, I think I'm done for now, and again, I think it's for, it's for anyone's general reading, and always use your own discernment when you're taking in the messages, what I'm saying, and see if any of it applies to you, maybe now, maybe later. This is intended for the next few weeks to a month, but it might also apply to you whenever you come across it, so you can see. Maybe I should have said that at the beginning. Maybe I did. I don't remember. But yeah, I hope this was helpful, and I hope you have some good change and some good, new things coming into your life. So, all right. Thanks for watching.